Well, the city sewer lines finally went in. Tried to wait until the last minute to get that done. But here's the aftermath. Here's what they're doing. Tore up all my tree roots, tore up my lawn. Dirt everywhere. So let's see what's involved here and what I have to do to get back to normal. I'm going to be doing my own sodding. Done that in the past, so that's easy enough to do. Save some money there. So I'll show you how I do that. But in the meantime, let's see what happens here. Well, hope you enjoy. All right, it's time to lay some sod. I'm going to show you how I do it. Now, this is how I do it. I don't care how everybody else does it. This is how I do it. Right now, I'm just clipping some roots that are sticking out of the ground there. I want the ground to be nice and flat, so when I lay my sod down, I don't have any bumps in it. Now, it's really important. I like to water the ground before I put my sod on it. This way, the ground's nice and moist, because the ground has a tendency, if it's dry, to absorb any moisture that might be in that sod that I lay down. So what I do is I wet the ground first and then put my sod down on top of it. This way the roots are in water already. I don't have to, you don't have to wait for the water to drain down to the roots. The soil's already wet. So this is something that I like to do. I use a lot of water. Even when I put the sod down, I like to water some more and just keep watering. It's very important because the grass is under stress. It's been chopped up and transported here, and I'm laying it back down again. So I want to put a lot of water down to make the grass happy. Now there's a pallet right there. I have Bahia sod, and this sod here is kind of dry. Makes it light because if it's wet, it's really heavy. So it's kind of dry, but the bad thing about being dry is it likes to break up into little pieces, which makes it a little bit harder to do because you're putting it together like a puzzle. And I'm just moving it over here to make it a little easier so I don't have to carry it. Now when you get nice big pieces, you just drop it in place. Now you want to make sure that you butt the edges up against each other so you don't have any spaces, because the spaces, what happens is over time, if you have that space, the side has a tendency to dry and it starts shrinking, so you have that little hole there. So if you butt the pieces together, it stays kind of moist and it won't shrink on you. There's some small pieces I'm putting in. And I like to step on it too because it takes the roots and it pushes it into the soil. You get good contact there. Always use your legs too when you bend. Don't use your back. Here's some small pieces I'm putting in. You're going to get a lot of those small pieces because the sod always has a tendency to break up. And you don't want to throw it out because it still grows. So you use it to fill in little spaces here and there. Now I'm moving into position there. I'm stepping on it because I want a good bond between the roots and the soil. The wet soil that I put down. And you want to stagger your joints too. You don't want to have all your joints the same. You want to stagger everything if you can. There's a small piece there. No, basically that's kind of like it. There's really nothing to it. And then when I'm almost done, I'll go around and start filling in the edges like I just showed you right there with some smaller pieces. But the smaller pieces, they'll grow. So, and I'm not going to bore you with the whole yard that I have to do. I got a lot of sod to lay down. I got 4 pallets. I probably should have gotten 5. But I have 4, and I'm only going to do a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours a day, because right now it's like 80-something degrees out, and the humidity is like 80-something%. So it's pretty muggy. So right now it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. It's nice and cool, but still warm out. But I'll work till around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and maybe in the afternoon. Depends if I feel like it. But now that I laid the sod down, I'm giving it a good soaking. I'm really soaking it down because you're going to be adding a lot of water to this sod because you have to, or it's going to dry out on you. So this is the initial watering that I'm doing. I want everything to be nice and wet. It pays to take your time. You're not in a hurry. Just take your time. All the sod on the other pallets, it doesn't matter if it takes a day or 2 or 3 because it's not going to die on you. You don't have to rush and put it all down in one day. Take 2 or 3 days. Even if it dries a bit, it'll come back. It'll grow. It's not going to die on you. So I'm going to pause this and I'll speed it up for you. Well, that's it. It's finally done. I hope this encouraged you and didn't discourage you. 1 or 2 pallets is easy. Start getting into the 4 and 5 and 6 pallets. You're talking about some work. But it's still, you take your time. It's not that hard to do. It's just time consuming. What I did, I had 4 pallets here. That's like 1,600 square feet. And all the broken pieces that I had, I used as plugs throughout the yard too. It helps fill in any of the bare spots. And I'm not going to be mowing the lawn for another 3 or 4 weeks. Wait and let those roots grow. But other than that, that's basically it. Just a lot of watering now because that's what it takes. You have to let those roots grow. So have fun.